Welcome to the round table, episode 50. You guys, we are at episode 50. Can you believe it? We're getting old, right? No, we're getting better. That's what we're getting. Oh, my hair looks crazy. But we're going to have a little contest. So I want you guys at the end of this, let me see. Let me think of how I'm going to do this. We're going to pick some numbers. And I want you guys to choose, between 1 and 50. That makes sense, right? We normally have around in between there with the viewers. So choose a number between 1 and 50 and drop it in the comments. And I'm going to choose a winner. And I will either send you guys a gift card or you can send me your Cash App or Venmo. And I'm going to send you a little something. So pick your number and drop it. We've got Hugo in the house. What's good, Hugo? We have Southtown SD. I heard you had a good week in Southtown. I'm going to hear about this in a minute here. Jenny, good to see you. Saludos. Mo Money, welcome. Good to see you. And we got Jesse tapping in. Oh, welcome, welcome. All right, let's bring in the co-host with the most, you guys, and let's kick this off. I see the numbers dropping in already. Keep dropping those numbers, and somebody's going to win something. We have the beautiful Miss Castillo. Welcome, sis. Good to see you again.
Hey, how are you, sis?
Good. I've missed you.
No, it's been a long week, right?
It feels like it. Yeah, it feels like it's been a long time. Let's bring in the gentleman. We got none other than House of Tattoos. Here we go.
Hello, everybody. Hey. Hello, ladies. How you doing, Jen?
Hey.
Hi, Denise.
Doing good. And we have our buddy, our friend, our pal, and our guest co-host tonight, Fred from Two Face Entertainment.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
Good, Fred.
Well, good, man. Good to see you guys.
Good to see
you. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, bro?
Thank you. Yeah, man.
Yeah, can you guys believe it? We're on episode 50.
Wow. You're getting old, Jen.
I know.
That's crazy.
Right?
I can't believe it's already 50. Dang, that went fast.
Yeah, so we're doing a giveaway. So I'm telling people drop those numbers, and at the end of the show, I'm gonna pick from the live portion of this and send somebody a little something for us.
So good.
Hey, I want to send mine to everybody in the chat. We got Brittany Love, Big D, Keeping It Real, Nay Love, Southtown, Jesse, Hugo, everybody, man. Money.
Shout out to all the mods. We appreciate you guys too. Yeah.
Thank you guys for being here with us.
You guys are very appreciated. Yeah. So I'm gonna just say let's jump right into it because I feel like there's some exciting stuff that went on this weekend. Denise, I got to start with you because I seen your pictures and stuff. Let's tell us about your week recap.
Our weekend we started off getting up in the morning, getting ready, get dressed. We're out of here probably by 9, and it took an hour. We went to Chicano Park. Sorry, my bad. Chicano Park. It was a car show. It was a 54th annual car show there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cool, you guys. We got there around 10:30. It was kind of partly cloudy, and then the sun came out, and it was a really nice day. We met up with Cheeks.
Oh,
I don't know if she's in the chat. Mob Nasty. We met Southtown.
Those Cheeks.
Brenda Love was there. Who else? Oh, Big D and Monica. They were there as well.
Shout out.
Yeah, man, we met up. We had a good time and just walked around, man, till it ended, and we saw the cars going through when it ended. They kind of caravan out to the freeway and
Oh, is that okay? I was wondering, was that like the finale of it? They kind of drive out. Got it. Okay, cool.
That was the finale of it. And then so Brenda was like, let's go eat. And so we're like, yeah, let's go eat, So we went to this restaurant in Old Town, San Diego, which was it was so good. That place was really good.
What kind of food?
Mexican food.
Ooh, okay.
Brenda suggested that and and what else? So we did that, and then we went to the beach. The bay, what is it called? Something Bay. My
I'm
bad.
not sure, but it looked real nice there, man.
Yeah.
That was a nice
Brenda's in the
area.
chat. Maybe she'll remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brenda could tell her. And Southtown, man, we hung out with him and
Saludos.
her kids. You know, she had 3 kids, and we all hung out with them. You know,
Right. That's good to see that. Hey, PYP Boxing, good to see you from Tejas, tapping in. Welcome, welcome. I love to see that. There she is. Cheeks is in the house. Okay.
Okay.
That was cool to see the family, you know what I mean? The family unit, everybody together. It was like it helps like me to get a feel for how things are there too, you know? So it was nice to see that.
Yeah, it was very it's always just family orientated, you know, there's no problems. We didn't hear of any like even last year, nothing happened, you know?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I see you guys you've seen the Aztec dancers as well, huh?
Yeah, they had Aztec dancers, yeah. No, it wasn't Coronado. It wasn't Coronado Bay. It was see if Brenda could tell us where that beach that was. Something Bay, but
be going down the comments. Brenda's probably gonna drop.
Oh my God, we see the sunset. It was so beautiful.
Oh yeah.
It was so
I said mine to Jenny Salby. Here we got Brenda Love, Monica.
Yeah.
And we got Drunken
Mission
Chef.
Oh, okay, Mission Bay? Is that where it was?
Yeah. Mission Bay. Okay.
PYP Boxing.
Yeah.
Right.
That was our day. We came home, we got home. It was a trip because we all got home in different places at the same time. We're like, make sure, you know.
Oh, you guys all checked in.
Home safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I like that.
Good.
Yeah.
Everybody got home safe.
Right. Love, Grace. Much love.
So who traveled the furthest to get there?
I think it was all kind of the same because Brenda,
And distance from everybody.
You know, she lives over there in I forgot where she lives, but like 2 hours. You know, 2 hours for everybody to get there.
Okay.
Oh, Teresa too. I can't leave Teresa.
Oh yeah, she was there too. Shout out to Teresa.
Shout out Teresa. I liked her hat. In those pictures. Oh, that was.
She looks so good in that hat. She can rock that hat.
Yeah.
You know.
She looked good. Yeah.
Yes, I love it. So yeah, man, it was just a good time. Just a good time with them.
And that happens every year. So whoever missed it this time, next time up.
Yeah, whoever, you know, we'll send out the invite, just get everybody out there and just have a good day, you know?
Right, definitely.
Man, I seen some beautiful cars coming out of there, man. I was like, oh, every time I seen a car, like, oh, memories, oh.
I know.
Out of all those cars you've seen, Denise, did you have one that stood out to you, like that spoke to you?
I like the '67 Chevy Impala, and that was a Super Sport where they have the gear on the bottom. Oh my God. Yeah. Gray. It was either the gray one or because that's kind of my favorite color, or like that champagne.
Okay.
That stuck out to me like the most. I'm like, we gangbanged my mom's car like that. So my car just, you know, growing up, and it was crazy. Yeah, we marked that car for my mom for sure.
Oh, that's good to hear. Well, Fred and I will have a car show up this way in July, I think, right, Fred?
Yes.
Okay, so, you know, we'll get some footage there and we'll meet up there.
Make a day of that. That's right. Make a day of it.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. This will be my first time going, but I know you are kind of, you know, connected to the car show scene more so, right? Okay.
Yes.
Saludos, E-Vision. Send my brother.
E-Vision. You guys will check out his interview with G-Lou.
Seen Big D.
Really good interview he did on G-Lou's channel. You guys check it out. I'll drop the link on that in the comment section too, or community section. Right. But let's hop into, okay, Fred, how was your week? Let's get your week recap.
Oh, my weekend is always, guys, just as busy. Ironically, speaking of car shows and cars, I'm trying to get my truck going again. Well, we got it going again. I have an 87 Mazda with the hydraulic bed and the suspension and all that convertible.
Oh, so it's one of those. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I have the original 72 spoke original Dayton's from, I think I bought them like in 95, 94. They're actually still in the box. I never even put them on because they used to have the 15 ones. but I got some 13-inch, the smaller ones with the white walls and stuff. So
Hey, Fred,
I have
that's
all
money
that
right there,
stuff.
Fred. Especially the
Oh,
originals,
oh
brother.
no, yeah. You know
Right
what? For
there.
years, people kept coming by like, when you know what? And I'll say this real quick, guys. When my dad passed away in '97, so people started, people would come over and stuff, and then and I laugh about it now because it is funny.
Yeah.
People would come over and be like, "Hey, my condolences, man. About your dad," and I'd be like, "Hey, thanks." They'd be here at the house and stuff, and I'd be like, "Yeah." And after a while, they'd be like, "So what's up with the dating?" I'm like, "Dude, this guy is
I only giggle or laugh because I know people did the
Yeah,
same thing with me when Pop passed away.
it's like they try to catch you in a vulnerable state. But
Yeah.
other than that, also about the batteries for the hydraulics and stuff like that, getting everything going. And then I went out to Modesto this weekend as well. So I had a big weekend. Spent time with the kids and out having fun and whatnot. And yeah, man, it's just been a big weekend for me. So yeah, not I don't drink or do anything like that, but I mean, as far as being tired, I was like, man, I had to recover a little bit, because it's like, geez. But no, it's been a good weekend. It's been great. Actually, to clarify that, even on the to work on my truck, actually, my son's the one that works on it for me because I'm actually injured and stuff right now at the time. I really can't do a lot, to be honest with you, but my son, I thank God for my son, and shout out to my son. He's not home right now. He's in Sacramento, doing for training. But yeah, man, he's taken that thing by the horns and been doing his job, man. So
Oh yeah, that's blessed. You're blessed, brother. That's good, man.
That's cool.
No, yeah.
Right.
Well, I got two son-in-laws, and they're a trip because one of them is a mathematic and the other one is a welder. So they're really handy around the house. You know what I mean?
Well, they go together when you're making something. When you're engineering something, mathematics and welding can go together.
Oh no, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
No,
That's what's up. You guys hit the thumbs up as you're coming in. Help us get the word out. The show is live.
I also want to add too, guys, that the truck is the truck I have is more of a sentimental value in the family. I got it in August 2nd of 1986. It's in 87. I'm the first and only owner, and I got it just a complete regular stock truck with nothing on it.
Wow.
And since I did all the modifications, I had somebody do it. Shout out to Richard's Custom Hydraulics in Salinas.
Yes.
He did all the hydraulic work, and then Ted at Ted Collisions did the paint job, and so on and so forth, and the convertible stuff. But yeah, so I'm bringing it back to life. I never sold nothing off of it since I parked it and stuff. So this is a family heirloom that I'm passing on to my son and my kids.
Hey,
that's nice, Fred. That's right.
That's right. So yeah,
hey,
it's original.
Is it a king cab or crew cab? What is it?
No, well, see, you know what, House? At the time, I was a lot thinner, so I got a regular cab. But I wish I could make it a king cab now because I could,
Oh yeah.
I'm like a Big Mac away from the steering wheel, but it's good.
I had a Datsun, a crew cab, right? No, a king cab. I'm sorry. And I had a white one like that, and then I had an '87 Dodge Ram 50. And back in the days, the wide tires or spokes, whatever you ran with. But you definitely had to have the base back then, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely, yeah. That's what I had the 15-inch Daytons too back in the day, and I sold those and got the 13s, and and went on with that, man. But yeah, no, that's
good.
Hey,
man, that's dope. That's nice, Fred.
Thank you.
I'm a car lover and a truck lover, bro. I had all kinds of old stuff, but yeah, definitely love lowriders, man.
Yes, it's a thing, man.
So let me see if I have this picture right here. I think I saved it. Fred, I know it's a small little town, but I know you know where it is. Castroville, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so check it out. So Castroville Midnighters Car Club.
Oh, yes, I've heard of them, yeah.
So back in the day, their old ladies had their club. It wasn't like a car club, but the old ladies of the car club crew was called the Crystals. And I think I have a second generation picture right here. Let me see if I can show it real quick. This is a trip, you guys, because I know, there's a few family members in here, but hold on. Let me see.
Oh, nice.
That's the Castroville Crystals. And those are the old ladies of the Castroville Midnighters. This is a second generation photo. So there was a generation right before this one.
Oh wow,
Those are some of the OGs from
that's
out there.
awesome though.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, I want to shout out to all the women out there now. They're really putting it down, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah.
hey, I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, they're driving some nice rides and everything, man. You know, and
Yeah.
they're really into the scene, the cruising scene. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's kind of sad right now that they closed Whittier down now, but
really?
Oh, did
in
they?
some sense,
Oh, I didn't
yeah,
know they do.
because,
I didn't know they closed Whittier.
they're
I didn't
setting
know
up
they closed them.
checkpoints. They're checking everybody for alcohol when they're walking by with in their drinks, all
Oh.
kinds of stuff. But
Oh,
Too bad.
I think basically we did it to we're doing it to ourselves, you know,
Oh, yeah.
because when we're out in the middle of the street walking, just drinking and everything,
Yeah.
kind of like it's against the law what we're doing, you know, and
Yeah.
but they do it anyhow, you know. So they're
Yeah.
cracking down on that and setting up checkpoints and every Sunday. From what I was hearing from this content creator, that's going to be closed down.
Wow.
Oh no.
oh wow.
Yeah, because they just got. They just had passed the law. Cruising's not a crime.
Right.
But
Right.
I didn't hear the rest of like that where they're closing.
Right. We recently spoke about that, right? Like we talked about how they opened it back up, and now you know.
But they're finding ways to shut it down. But in reality, we are ruining it for ourselves because it's illegal to be drinking in the streets and walking around just drinking like that and selling stuff. So we're killing it for ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
But
we gotta keep it
but-
right to keep it going.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's hard right now. But you know what? And they just opened it up at that. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's not cool, man.
Yeah. You guys remember you only have like what 4 or 5 days left to get that pay-per-view fight ordered. Cholo Trucker versus Buzz from Yard.
Yeah. Team Cholo Trucker.
Yeah, you guys actually number 1 in the chat if you're Team Cholo Trucker, number 2 if you're Team Buzz. So let us know where you're at with that, and you can find all the info for that on Chicano Tube's channel. Actually, if somebody can drop the link here, that would be great. You got number 1?
I got a 1.
Oh, no, I got number 1. That's
I got a 1.
That's my homeboy.
I think we're all a little biased, but that's all good.
Right. Hey.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's gotta be.
With that said, let's move on. And House, let me get your week recap. What was your
my week recap? It was very eventful and enjoying. You know, I had a good weekend, a good week. You know, spending times doing other things that I haven't done in a while. You know, getting ready for the following week, the main day. That's what's. I don't know. I feel a little nervous about it, but I'm not getting married. My daughter's getting married. But just for her, and I wanted to go well for her. You know, she's excited about it. So it's going down, and then we got to do the photo shoot at the place and do all the other stuff. So you know, it's going to be a challenge for me, but it's going to be something that is going to be a blessing. It's going to be a blessing.
Sure.
Yeah. But other than that, I've been taking time off certain things, doing things, keeping busy. I had a great week, great weekend, and I can't complain. Blessed. I'm blessed.
That's right. I love to hear that. Yeah. You know, it's good that you're nervous because it's just that excitement that's building up for her special day. So.
Yeah. Well, you see, it's one of those modern kind of things with it, you know, the younger generation. It's different from the older one, you know,
switching it up
and all this other stuff. But yeah, so it's going to be, I know, a blessed day.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people coming down from up north and down over here, all areas, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Very, very cool.
Right, that's what's up. I love to hear that. I can't wait to see the pictures.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for her. You know, I am.
Right.
Yeah, got 8 beautiful grandkids, man, and it's a blessing.
That's what's up.
Somebody could drop Fred. That's Fred next to House. Somebody asked
Two-Face Entertainment on YouTube. If somebody can
Two-Face Entertainment right there, brother.
Appreciate it. That's what's
so, man, you guys. So it's our 50th. I wish that we could have done some big things, but it's all good.
Hey, it's a big thing that we're still here, still
Yes.
doing our thing, and we're all still together. Check it out.
I can't believe 50
Yeah, I
episodes.
can't either. I'm like,
Wow.
50?
Right?
Hey,
Wow.
there you go, Jen,
There's the link.
Denise.
Hey,
You're
to all
welcome
of
up,
us. This
Fred.
family right
Welcome
here.
on our 50th
That's
episode,
right.
brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I mean? Like, we're only here because of each one of us contributing and pouring into this. So my love and appreciation to you guys and all of our viewers that
Thank
we
you.
look forward
Blessings.
to.
Blessings.
Thank you,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
Appreciate everyone. So my week was just the same thing, regular old like mom stuff. But I was switching it up, trying some new recipes and stuff in the kitchen. I think I'm gonna be dropping a little bit of like food content, stuff that I cook.
Oh,
So
nice.
hey, Mr. Oldie's in the house. What's good? Good to see you. You guys go check out Mr. Oldie's.
Got you, love, Grace.
Yeah.
Everyone that's a channel, if you have a link, go ahead and drop it. PYP Boxing, there we go. And there is one of my favorite people in the world that Bella says, Cholo Trucker all the way.
That's Bella. Yeah, that's right. Team Cholo Trucker.
Right,
there.
number one. Most definitely, you guys tap in and get your tickets while you can. Brenda says, "What's up, Mr. Oldie?" Yeah, so I just did some cooking.
Yeah.
I did go do my yard sale. I told you guys last week I was going to do
that's
one.
right.
Yeah, how did that turn out?
How'd that go?
Hey, you know what I mean? Anything's better than nothing, right? So I was able to put some gas in my tank. I'm grateful. And you know what? If they advertise that spot more, because it was a lot of actual like locals that could buy a booth there. So it was like $20 for a booth. A ton of people showed up with stuff to sell. But sadly, the lady who's normally in charge of that, she suddenly passed away. It was something sudden. So it really didn't get advertised the way it normally would have. But maybe the next time, I think it's like once a month or once every 2 months. Maybe I'll drop it, in the community section when they do it, because it's for the community. Yeah. And so there was a lot of people there, like selling anywhere from. There was even a guy that had brand new shoes, like a whole booth of like Nikes and Jordans, and I don't know how that goes down, but whatever. Some people were happy. I sold a few things and I came up, so I feel blessed. It was good.
That's good, Jim.
Yeah, definitely. There you go. So let's go ahead and jump into, let's talk about, what are we going to talk about first? Let's talk about these heroes. Did you guys see that video?
Wait, sis?
Yeah, go ahead.
Didn't you want to talk about like our favorite episode?
Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and do that first then.
Yeah,
so this is a memorable number, they say.
I got a good one.
Okay. Can't wait to share. I love that.
Should I go first?
Yeah, so this is what we're doing.
Please do, Denise.
Our most memorable or favorite episode. We're number 50 of the round table. So we're going to be sharing our either most memorable, our favorite, our most embarrassing, whatever. But Denise, you kick it off for us. Let's see.
Okay, so my favorite one was the first one. The first one we ever did, your friend Adrian came out. Gosh, I was late. No, I'm kidding. But we came. So we're talking about dogs, and my puppy had just passed away 5 months before that episode, right? And so I was still kind of like, sad. I was a lot sad, but so we were talking about pets and stuff, and it was funny because she was talking about her dog, and she said, "Oh, Bowser," and I'm like, "Bowser?" I'm like, "That's my daughter's, the puppy you guys see right here." I go, "That's Bowser. I got a Bowser too. I never heard of that." So that was, kind of like funny, interesting. And then freaking Jen, man. Jen said she had a pit bull pug, and I'm like,
"Oh no,
pit bull pug, like." How's that look, right?
How does that work? Yeah.
So your story was like, oh yeah, I took the dog. It kept hitting the door, like running into the door and whatnot. And
the guy was a jerk.
You had to take it to the pound.
I remember that one, Denise. As you mentioned it, I recall that. That was funny.
Kids knowing the kids didn't know, right?
Yeah, they didn't know at the time.
According
Yeah,
to the story, they didn't know you took it to the pound.
Right.
So you were like, I had a TV in the kitchen and we're all eating dinner. And
all true.
the puppy came out on TV because they were putting it up for adoption.
Uh-huh.
Kids like looked at the TV and turned around and looked at you like, what?
Yeah, legit, you guys. This is a true story.
That was a trip. That was
I
so
remember that
funny.
one.
I was sitting
Yeah.
there like, nah.
God bless him. Hey,
Yeah.
somebody adopted him, so shout out to Pugsley. He's out there somewhere living his best life. Just not-
Right?
yeah.
Pitbull Pug.
Yeah, that was a trip. That was a true story, and we were cracking up when we
We're cracking up.
episode, right?
That was a good one. Definitely.
Definitely, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
Right? House, can you think of a particular episode that stood out? To you?
Let me think back. You know what? All the episodes are great, but there was one where I had a lot of fun when Cholo Trucker jumped on, and when Cholo, not just Cholo Trucker, there's Cholo Trucker and then Pastor Tony, because Pastor Tony, when he comes on, he's always live, and when he's live, he has a lot of energy. He comes with a lot of energy. And I remember that one day because we had so many laughs, and I remember you. I think if it's the correct one, you text me and says, "Hey, we did a good job. We had a good one today." Because you know what, everybody was laughing, and I can remember my cheeks were hurting when I left.
Right.
The episodes that we've done with Cholo Trucker and Pastor Tony are always a lot of energy, man, and they're good, and a lot of devil advocate and other things, so those episodes are real good. So I really don't have a big favorite one, but a lot of the ones which included them were really good ones.
Yeah. I agree, most definitely. Fred, I know that you've been on a couple times, but can you think of no, I know I'm putting you on the spot.
No, there's not even that. Trust me, I got this. The one that I liked, and I wasn't part of it, but I really enjoyed it. About what is it? What women want, or how a man should treat a woman?
Okay.
That was interesting to me. And I like Cholo Trucker's take on it of what to do on. I think it's the same one, right? That what he said about what to do on Valentine's, like let the tub run and burn the food and do all that.
Fake it, setting up the little scenario for.
Cholo Trucker gave his remedy on how to make a woman.
I was like going in, and I was like, okay, but no, that was one of my favorite ones, to be honest.
Yeah,
and I was in the chat,
giving vatos everywhere.
Great memories, you guys.
Right? That's good. Oh my gosh, that's hard.
I honestly can't believe 50 episodes down already, man.
That's a lot, man.
That's a lot. That I was like, wow.
That's something to be proud of, you guys.
Hey, you know what? I want to say, Jen, thank you for including me in your panel and letting me come on here. Thank you.
Right.
You guys are.
And Denise, it's a pleasure doing it with you as well. And Fred, today, man, it's a great. Hey, I love having you on too, brother.
Hey, thank you guys. Thank you. You know what? It's great. I want to thank everybody here too as well for bringing me in as well. You know what I mean? That feels awesome. Thanks to everybody. Thank you for bringing me in.
Yep.
I feel like, you know what? I'm so blessed because everyone right here in the panel, like we've drawn closer, and you guys in the chat, I feel like we're all closer too. And even if I'm having like this is maybe not specifically to an episode, but I'll pick one. But if I'm having a bad week or something, even I feel like if I know Tuesday's coming up around the corner, I have people that I know I can talk to, relate to. If there's something I need to just get off my chest or talk about, good, bad, in between, whatever, I know that you guys are going to be here and hear me out. And I always feel like I can look forward to that. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
You know, my co-hosts,
Very cool.
everyone that tunes in and taps in and, you know, shows us love. Shout out to you
Yeah.
guys.
Yep. Taco Tuesday. Hey, so it's true though. Like all the people in the chat, I think I've met already in person,
You probably
except
have.
Fortuna and Mr. Oldies, but everybody else is like, oh, and Debbie.
Yeah.
Just just a handful of people that are on here and that that I was able to connect with and stuff. And House too, man. I met him and Chris.
It's a blessing, man. To you and Malvin, man, and Malvin, man, to see him come out of his shell is even more. When I hear that, and now you want to get rid of him, what's up?
No, my husband, man, he's something else. He's just showing me some new stuff that I never.
Hey, and that's a good thing, man. That's a blessing, man, right there. That is a blessing, man, and you'll remember that.
34 years and barely, getting the other half of him.
Right. Go ahead, Fred. What were you going to say?
Yeah. You know what? I also was going to mention another one that's one of my favorites of the roundtable. It was you guys were chatting with somebody, and the gentleman there, his father was passing.
Oh.
And he showed his father. And what I loved about that, guys, and not to bring a crowd into the room, but what I really, really loved about that is to see everybody come together. You know what I mean? Like when you say around table,
was that Jojo LB?
Yes.
Jojo LB. Yeah.
That was just a beautiful thing, just to see the whole. You know what I mean? The whole episode of how everybody came together. You know?
Yeah.
And
I'd love to that brother right there,
that's one of my favorites as well. You know?
Yeah.
You
So
know what? That's got to be one of my top ones too, because that shows really like the truth behind the episodes. You know what I mean? Like we come together and support someone, and it's only because of the connection here. Like Denise House, brought that to my attention, and then it went like full circle. Like the Gilu show also showed Jojo LB a lot of love. Like so, we kind of like it. It's beautiful the way that kind of goes round, and we definitely are able to be there for each other.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Most definitely.
Can I say, what is it me, or do I look like the Mexican version of Pimp C on here? I don't know why it looks weird.
Are you definitely like, yeah.
It's cool.
You know what?
I'm talking. I'm just
buying myself a little time trying to choose an episode. Can you tell us about that Dr. Dre photo behind you?
Oh, right here. This one over here. Dr. Dre. Actually, you know what? There was a music store in Salinas called a music store. It was a music store called the Music Zone. Yeah. And I knew the guys in there, the guys that worked in there. If you guys ever seen the movie Empire Records and stuff, where it's just a bunch of like rock hipsters kind of people, that were all into that. Well, they ran that record store, but they knew music. So the guys always knew that I'm a big old rap fan, and I have a lot of flats too, which are promotional for albums. But they gave me that poster. They gave me that poster, right? So what I did was I brought it home, and I was I wanted to frame it. But what I did also was I took my CD from the Chronic 2001, which is that, and I glued it into the poster, and then I framed it. Yeah. That's so now. Yeah, that's my son has that now, so he's like, that's his thing. But yeah, no, that way I preserve everything, into a frame. And
hey, definitely a collectible right there, brother, right there. Because I haven't seen that right there.
No, yeah. And you know what, guys? I have I'll show you maybe next time, but I do have the promotional flat, which is basically the album cover. Right, okay. It's just the album cover, but it's just a cardboard. They were called flats back in the day that people put in the record stores. I have the Tupac All Eyes on Me one, and I also have King T, that Kingdom Come. Mm-hmm. But if you guys haven't heard of these rappers, right? But King T is responsible for Exhibit and all these other guys, from Pimp My Ride. But the thing about that King T one is Dr. Dre was putting that album out. And they, all the promotional, the songs came out. It was a great album, and the album never came out. But I have the actual flat to it. I have the actual flat to it.
Wow.
And I hit up King T one time. I sent him a picture, and he was like, "Oh wow, where'd you get that?" You know. So
Nice.
I have it framed. I have it
Yeah,
framed.
you
as
know
well.
what I have, Fred? I
What's that?
have. You know when Easy E passed away, and I
Yes.
just happened to come up in it when I bought some tattoo equipment, right?
Uh-huh.
And in there was the pamphlet or whatever for his services.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah,
How much
telling
you
him
want for
who was
it?
there and everything. Yeah,
Damn.
We,
yeah,
man.
and I came up on for free, dog. It was just in the
Yeah.
stuff, man. I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Wow. That is
Yeah.
cool, bro. Man, that's a
Yeah.
cool find right there.
It said his name, who's there, and what kids he had, and all kinds of stuff. And
Oh wow. Yeah.
Picture
You know
that.
what? It's funny. I've
Picture
seen
that.
it online before, and I was like, man, you know,
Wow.
I got to meet him as well back in the day, but
oh, you
yeah,
did?
but it's cool, man. But that's cool, man. That's a good thing to have, bro.
That
Yeah,
is
I got it tucked away with all the other stuff for
You
collectible
should
kind of
frame
stuff.
that, bro. You should frame
Yeah, I
it. You know, have
do.
it, you
Yeah,
know?
that I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for Fred before we move on.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that movie Soylent Green? It came out in 73.
No, I can't say I have, to be honest with you.
Oh,
So what's it called?
Soylent Green?
Soylent Green?
Yeah.
Denise,
No,
we're
I
not
can't
that
say
old,
that.
Denise. You're not that old, Denise.
No, it's a trick because that movie is like a movie that is supposed to take place in 2002.
Hmm.
Really?
Get a chance, go watch that movie. They're trying to remake it, but I mean, not they're trying. They should remake it.
Yeah, and update it.
Cool. It's a cool movie. It's just like kind of like the end of times type thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that
I would
one.
like to check that out.
Yeah, I think you brought that movie up before, right?
It's with Charles Heston.
Okay.
Charlton Heston?
Charlton Heston?
Charles-
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah,
go
definitely.
go watch it, you guys. It's a trip.
Well, I'm going to check that out. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch tonight, really, to be honest with you. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
when you watch
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
I'm
Hey,
gonna-
I was watching this one movie right now that I just ran upon, right? And I
Uh-huh.
said, I'm gonna watch it. It's about some old ladies that who was that? One of the ladies were from the Brady Bunch. What's her name?
What?
Oh,
Marcia?
No,
no,
the mother.
Oh,
yeah.
But I was watching that. It was
yeah.
kind of a comedy thing, but about the four old ladies at the end of this one was crazy. She was murdering a lot of people, bro.
you gotta send that to me. When you remember what it was, because I want to watch it.
You don't know that food day.
I don't want to.
I'm racking my brain right now.
I know. What's her name, guys? In the chat, help us out.
I don't want
You know,
to.
I just recently talked to somebody.
Florence Henderson, isn't it? Florence Henderson?
Oh, there you go.
Florence
Yeah,
Henderson, or
I
yeah,
know.
Florence. Is it Florence
No,
Henderson?
that was
Alice, no?
Alice, no, or the maid, or no, wasn't that Florence
Yeah, I
Henderson?
think that was Alice.
Then I'm wrong. Oh, Florence Henderson. Yeah.
Is that who it is?
Let me look. While you're doing that,
Yeah.
I'll look real quick. Yeah, it is
Yeah,
Florence
I
Henderson.
did talk to somebody that met her husband years ago, and he was telling me about that. And I was like, oh wow! And they met him out here, actually, out here in this area.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey, Rich, good to see you.
You know Flo from the Good Times?
yeah.
Is it Good Times? No, Flo.
No.
Flo. Who's Flo?
Alice,
Rose from
from Alice, no, or
No,
from
no, no. Her name was
The
Flo
Diner.
on
Mel's Diner.
with George Jefferson.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
was it George Jefferson? No.
George Jefferson and
Okay,
What
that's
is
a
her name?
different show. You guys help us out.
No, you're talking about House. You're talking about it
No,
was
this is-
Alice.
I'm sorry, I
Alice
got
that
off
had the
track.
restaurant.
yeah, I'm
Mel-
sorry, I got
Mel
off track,
Henderson?
but the one Florence Henderson, or not Florence Henderson, man, I can't remember her name. But the one you're talking about is Flo. She comes off with George Jefferson in that one. Good, it's not Good Times, because Good Times is with it's
I know, Rich.
Moving On Up. What's that one? Moving On Up. No,
Yeah, the Jeffersons.
the Jeffersons. There you go.
Yeah.
She used to live
Yeah.
right out here, right down over here
Really?
off in Riverside. Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
yeah,
Oh wow!
yeah. Hey, so did down the ways. What's her name? The singer Etta James. I used to drive by her house every day, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Etta James.
Etta
Yeah.
James
wow.
was out here.
That's what's
Yeah,
happening. Okay.
we have out here. We had Doris Day used to live out this way.
Okay.
Mama
Oh
Lady
yeah, she
stuff.
goes way
And
back. Yeah.
Clint Eastwood lived out here too, though.
Definitely. I remember
Very cool.
that.
Yeah.
Very cool. I think I came up with something as far as an episode that I maybe most memorable. And I think the reason why, I'm going to explain it why. So our Halloween episode where we all dressed up. And the reason why, I mean, not so much because I'm like huge on Halloween, that wasn't it, but the effort and over the top that my beautiful beloved co-host put into their costumes and went all out made me feel so proud to sit next to you guys and like
we all did it. We had Dorothy, right? And then we had the Bride of Chucky. Yeah. There it is. That was a good one.
right
I was thinking
there,
of that one as well.
yeah, it just made me feel very proud because honestly, any podcast or show or anything is nothing without the entire crew. It takes the whole panel to make the show. So that really made me feel proud of what we got.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good
That
one.
was fun.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, let's kick this off into this next story. And you guys, I mean, think of the word hero and what does that mean to you? And I'm going to play this short video and it'll kind of explain what this is all about. And then we're going to talk about what we just saw. So let me just be cautious and just a little trigger warning. Nothing too graphic, but there's a scene where somebody is being rescued from a burning vehicle. So if you're sensitive to traumatic events, it's not going to show anything, up close and personal, but just be warned. Okay, just a moment.
After a group of strangers rescued him from his burning car.
Yeah, on Thursday night, Sam Orbovich crashed his Honda on the side of Interstate 94. In the video, you can see several people rushing to the burning car, trying to pry open the door. Eventually, they did manage to break the window and pull Orbovich to safety just in time, too. Miraculously, he only had minor injuries. He says he's looking forward to thanking everybody in person.
Those are heroes right there.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Did you see the test of the human strength though when they were pulling that door, the guardrails that were moving? It takes a lot to move those guardrails, bro.
Yeah.
So look, man.
Definitely.
Sometimes they say during certain times you have the human strength, the power of super strength during certain times.
That was
awesome. That right there. Look at that guardrail just moving, bro.
Yeah, it was like right.
Yeah.
And they're pulling on him.
And those are hard to move.
A lot of people running to the place of fear. You know what I mean? The running to danger to get him out, and all different people. It was really hard. It
definitely heroes right there, man. Every single one of them, man.
Shout out to all of them.
Every single one of them. Adrenaline rush says,
when you have to do something and your adrenaline just like goes up, dude.
You know what I find amazing about that though, that of course obviously somebody pulled out a phone or something, right? But the majority of people want to go help rather than just film it,
and
they want to help.
I agree.
That's a beautiful thing.
I can't stand that.
I agree that.
Yeah. Because a lot of times all we hear about in the day and age we're in right now is only people, all they did was pull their phone out. But the majority of the people ran to help because I only found one.
They weren't worried about getting footage.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that is kind of refreshing,
But that's the way society is going now these days. It's all phone and what people want to watch, So that happens. It happens. But man, definitely heroes to that, man.
Yeah.
My hat goes off to these people, man. Definitely.
Shout out to all of them. And I think that's cool how they said that the gentleman, who was rescued, he can't wait to recover and be able to thank everyone in person. So that's
and that car went up pretty quick, huh?
And people are running to it. You never know once it hits the gas tank or God forbid, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I didn't see if he was how extent his burns were, but it looked pretty bad. you
Yeah.
know?
I mean, I can
Yeah.
only imagine. I think they said it was not life threatening, but I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
literally seconds.
He's alive. He could have fried in there. He could have fried in there, and that would have been worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, God, for finally
Yeah,
being able to break that window. You know.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
shout out. I mean, that's just good to. It's so refreshing to see, like, mankind come together
Yes,
and
it
be
does.
like real life doing,
Yeah.
getting in the scene and taking action. So I love
Yeah.
that.
You know what? And it was men, women, and whatever the preference is, whatever, regardless of race or preference of whatever, they came together. It didn't matter what it was. They came
Exactly.
together for one purpose. That's a beautiful thing. I think so.
Absolutely, Fred.
Yeah.
I agree with you, brother.
Yeah.
I agree.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Hey Floyd, shout out.
Salute those
Beautiful.
Floyd Spanks, Eastside Paramount. Send mine.
That's right. We got people coming in still. Make sure you hit the like. You guys get the episode out there, share, comment. It's good to see everyone. Episode 50, like we're saying, drop a number 1 through 50.
50.
Yeah, we're gonna choose a winner, and
Drop them numbers. Drop them numbers.
so don't miss out. Okay,
21,000.
got 21 so far, so you guys have plenty of numbers to choose from. Drop your number. Okay, so we got that feel good story, and it's nice to feel good, but there's also some stories we have to cover that are just kind of crazy, right? So, we got to do it. Unfortunately, we got to do it. So there was this doctor, a surgeon, in fact. Okay, so surgeon fired after, I don't know this word, I guess it's ogling. So
I don't know what that word meant.
it's like looking in a creepy way. Ogling means like you're staring. You know what I mean? Like, so basically, surgeon fired for ogling at sedated patients. I'm not gonna go there. Of the day, taking money from. Let me see.
It was from UCLA.
Yes, UCLA surgeon would basically, once his patients were sedated, he would lift the blanket and look at their private areas, making remarks, and he especially, not to be gross, but it ain't good. He especially would do this, I guess, to black men who were sedated, and in that surgery, he had a preference. Let's put it that way. And this guy was a real creep. So thank God somebody said something, and they fired his butt. So let me.
Yeah, I would revoke his license, man, and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're out of here. You're out of here, dog.
Right.
We still out to work, and then a knife even. So he was kind of.
Yeah, he don't need to be operating on nobody. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Right.
His license and everything, he can never do that again. Work in the medical field.
Yeah.
And they didn't say that, but they didn't say that part. But
Dr. Kwong.
No, I'm saying
Dr. Kwong had a thing for dong, and he's out of here.
when Dr. Cole.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, Jen, what was that word you were saying earlier
1 through 50.
about looking?
Ogling.
Ogling. Hey, Spanks, quit ogling through the window.
Yeah, Spanks is definitely ugly.
I don't know, Fred. What do you think? You think it was a right call for canning this doctor?
You know what? If they just canned him, that's lenient, man. He should lose his license and everything, man. He can never work ever again with people. I mean, I don't think he should even work. Period. He should be registered as a sex offender too. That would be the thing, right?
Yeah.
I
agree.
That's right.
But see, the other thing about it too, though, that and I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking if the if I was a person that went in to have be checked by him or whatnot, and I'm going for a cough, and you tell me, well, I got to sedate you. I'll be like, whoa, wait, what do you mean? Why? That'd be kind of weird. I don't know how he did that. I mean, or whatever the case may be, but
I mean,
he did it.
Right. So there was a case here in Salinas when, when my grandmother was alive, she had to have her eyes operated on a couple times. And she had, you have to be put under for that.
Yeah.
And years later, the surgeon that did her, he actually messed her eyes up worse than they were. And she had to go back a second time and have them corrected. But years later, that surgeon was busted for doing, like, he wasn't just ogling, he was physically doing things to his patients. And he was tried and convicted and even, placed in Soledad or Salinas Valley prison.
Wow.
And that was crazy. I remember talking to my grandmother after the fact and being like, oh, that's so creepy. Did you feel anything? Like, she's like, no, he just seemed like any regular old doctor.
Wow.
But I don't want to like creep people out or freak people out, but it is important that you trust your gut too, because I think I even made a video about it, but I believe I took it down. I had a dentist when I was growing up that wasn't just because he was a dentist. Like, it made me sick to my stomach to go to him, you guys.
Yeah.
I always felt something creepy inside. This guy would legit like give and I mean, he was a doctor, so he would give my parents medicine to give me the night before.
Damn.
And I was like, I would freak out going to the dentist. But a few years ago, right here in Salinas, Fred, this dentist was popped on being a child. You know what?
Wow.
Office. I don't have any memories of something like that happening, but he was putting us under for everything. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And being like, oh, your kid is, moves too much. And I remember he would put us in those like straitjacket things.
What?
Oh, wow.
There's a device when you're, I would never let him do that to my kid, but like a board, and then he would tape you down or me down because I would freak out going to the dentist. And like I said, I don't remember nothing happening to me, but this guy was busted for doing stuff to children.
Crazy.
And he's in prison still. He got like a lot of time.
Good.
Oh yeah, it's good.
You know what they should do to Mr. Wong is when they put him in prison, so he could get plenty of that stuff that he likes to look at.
Hey, but you know what? It's kind of weird that he could do that because there's other people in that room. Like, I've never been in an operation room or by yourself. Like, I wait for somebody to come, or I call somebody. Like,
that's kind of one of the points I wanted to bring up also.
Yeah.
And the reason for that being, who knows, that could have been why he was eventually busted. Some people probably keep their mouth shut because they don't want to lose their job, right? Like, they probably think, it's no big deal. I'm not excusing it, but maybe some people think, oh, he didn't touch them. He just made a joke or or peeked. No, that's a violation of somebody's privacy.
Sorry, guys.
But there was also a time where I had to have an operation to remove a tumor. And this was like a female doctor situation, right?
Yeah.
And while I was under anesthesia, I heard the conversation. And there was a joke that was told.
Wow.
And it was like right when I'm barely coming out. And this doctor was like an old man. And somebody said something about, it's like vague how that came up, but I remember him saying, yeah, I love my job. It's all about T and A, if you can put that together. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
So when I woke up in the recovery room and the nurse came and she's like, are you in pain? They're checking on you. I guess I mentioned that to her. Like, did I hear that? And I could tell by her face, like it just went white.
Wow.
And she,
Check
it out. She was like, do you remember hearing that?
What?
I said, yeah. She goes, you were awake? I said, I remember him saying that. She couldn't believe that I recalled hearing that. And while they were telling me, while she was there, what she brought to me was a paper to sign. He had actually made a mistake, He actually punctured a part inside my body on accident.
Oh,
They were trying to get me to sign off that I wouldn't sue the hospital
Oh,
while
heck
I was still coming out of anesthesia. And fortunately, I forget who it was that was there. Either my mom or my ex-husband was there, and they were like, "No, don't ask her to sign that while she's not even like out from under anesthesia all the way. Get that, no." And
damn,
yeah, I remember him telling a nasty joke, and it made me feel so gross after the fact.
Well, yes.
I never went back to that same office, and it's just like, it's something like we're trusting that these are upright citizens, like they're not creepy on the other side of things or in their real life.
Yeah.
We really don't know, and I gotta say, I didn't get that vibe from him. I didn't get any like feeling of something until I literally heard
him, huh?
And it might not be like, okay, whatever, someone's joking in the street and tells that joke, but when you know that you were just exposed in a room with that person, it's not exactly what you want to hear,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that's crazy. That's sad. That's so sad. Like that.
It is because we're like, as patients, sometimes we're very vulnerable to what they need to do to us.
Yeah.
I've had some procedures done for my commercial license where I had to go in and, it was a little too much. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like vulnerable and really don't have a choice.
Right.
And for them to kind of say stuff or take advantage or whatever the case may be, it's unprofessional. I mean, the doctor should be like it should be like somebody you can trust to go in, but that's not the case.
And a lot of times these doctors, they party and they hang out with their nurses and stuff. So imagine.
You know what? I have a family member that works in the operating room, and some stories that I really hear from that are out of this world, and it's a trip. But I've been hearing stuff like this recently, and it's happening more often. I don't know about you guys, but during my circle of these people, they've been telling me some stuff like that. I'm like, wow, really? But I had an experience from a hospital. I called her Nurse Ratchet because I'm telling, don't tell me to do that again, lady. Don't tell me that, Yeah. And she goes, nope, sorry. I'm like, it's like, nope,
Okay.
It's crazy. So it happens often, man. It happens often.
It can put you, I mean, we're being our most vulnerable in front of our medical, people we go to. And we want to feel, I don't know, like we don't want to feel put in a position where it's awkward or weird or, I think like if you feel that way and you're conscious and you're aware that something doesn't feel right, definitely don't go back to that same person.
Yeah.
But
you know what? My primary physician, one thing I don't like about him is he knows I had that white coat syndrome, right?
Yes, and that's a real thing.
So when I'm going in there, he tries to use scare tactics against me, man. I'm like about to say, man, you know what? I'm gonna drop you. I'm gonna drop you quicker than go with somebody else. I mean, because he's all say, hey, I'll take care of you when you're on your ventilator and everything, this and that. And I'm like, man, come on, dude.
Man, you know what? I had a situation where I went to the doctor, and this was an ongoing thing, right? That was going on, but it was a female doctor, and she comes into the room, right? And she's just like basically railroading me, right? And I was like, "What the heck?" Like, And then she said, "Well, we got to do this and this because I'm gonna have to get surgery on my knees and stuff, on one of my knees and stuff." And right, and she's, "Oh yeah, She goes, "But you got to lose weight and stuff like that." And I said, "Okay," which I am trying. I'll admit it right on into the universe. But she says, and then we have to, and then she tells me, and no offense to anybody that's dealing with that, she says, and then we got to worry about diabetes. And I said, I'm not diabetic. you know. And she says, well, how do you know? I said, because I've been tested numerous times, you know. This happened a couple of times already. And I said, no. She goes, well, when's the last time you got tested? And ironically, it had been 2 weeks. I had to go to the ER for some stuff. And she says, oh, well, that makes sense. She says, but they don't do the right test anyway, so you still don't know. And I'm like, oh, you're basically just saying I'm fat and diabetic. I mean, that's really what she was saying.
Yeah.
So I took offense to that. You know, I was like, what the heck? So, yeah, I jotted all that down and I sent it to the proper people, you know, because that was the goal. You know, I had one to my primary. They saw another doctor covered him. And, I mean, I think it's kind of funny, but it's not funny, though.
No.
Same situation.
Yeah.
The guy
You never
sat there and
feel uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah, you know, he sat there. He didn't even check my heart rate, nothing. He didn't even walk up to me. He just sat there and goes, oh, I just had chocolates for lunch, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, okay. He says, oh, how do you feel? Okay, cool, whatever. Send me on my way. I leave, right? I'm at home. I get a phone call from the pharmacy, from the CVS thing, right? And they're like, hey, you haven't came to pick up your meds. They're ready. You know, because usually they send you a text. Yeah. And this time, I think they sent me a text or something. And I called them. I said, what are you talking about? And then they're like, oh, well, we have these meds for you. And I was like, what is it? And they named them off. I don't know what it is, you know? Yeah. And I said, what is it for? She goes, it's for diabetes. And I'm like, the doctor, you know, he just called in a prescription for me.
Oh, wow.
I'm not trying to, you know, knock it and stuff. I am not diabetic. That's the thing. And I guess they see somebody overweight and automatically they think you have all these problems. Yeah. I have been lucky and fortunate, guys, that I don't have any serious, conditions and stuff. But I am trying to lose some weight. I've actually been going at it. But yeah, I mean, I just think that's sad though that they do that, you know. It's like
they profiled you, and that's not cool, man.
Right. Yeah. And that's why, like, it's even more important and for us to appreciate the good doctors, like Jenny had brought up.
I seen that comment.
That's so true. Like, I'm really fortunate to have the two good doctors I have in my corner right now that are looking out for me and encouraging me, and on top of my health issues, super grateful for them.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, there's some good doctors out there. Don't get me wrong, you know, but lately I've been hearing a lot of people say after COVID, the doctors ain't the same as they used to be, man. They just want to, okay, here's some med, that's it, you know, whatever. Or you don't get taken care of like we should be. I see, honestly, a change in stuff like that as well.
I feel like
they don't want to give you. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
That's all I did. I feel like I noticed a difference with some as well. Yeah.
They don't give you stuff the real deal no more. I've been dealing with a cough that I can't get rid of, and I've gone numerous times, and they don't give you anything really no more like they used to. Back in the day, they gave you the real cough syrup, you know, and a shot of penicillin. That thing was gone in 2-3 days. Yeah. Now it's like they won't do any of that.
Do you think though? Do you think that's because, like, we're sort of in a generation where now people have abused certain things?
Yes.
Like, for those of us that are honest and on the up and up, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of messed things up.
I agree, Jen.
I
agree.
That's what it is. It's like House was saying earlier about the cruising. We ruin it for ourselves. People out there taking advantage of a situation. So when people like ourselves, we go in with honesty and say, hey, look, I really have a cough. They give you this watered down version that's not even going to work. Yeah. You know, and it's pretty sad. But to end my note on a funny note on my end for a doctor situation, I went in one time and the doctor was real proud of me. I've dealt with the weight loss and weight situation my whole life. I'm not ashamed to say it. You know, I've lost weight, gained it. You know, so I've been back and forth. So I was in there. He goes, "Oh, you lost 7 pounds." You know, okay, cool. You know, but he goes, "Oh, well, keep doing it." You know, here we go. I had just started at the time, and he said, "You know, I recommend that you that you lose more weight and, you know, yada yada yada." I said, "Okay, cool." So I go home. I come home and then we were sitting here, and then my wife says, "Hey, go get some tacos down the street at the store. You know, they have a taco thing, you know, down the street." And I said, okay, cool. So she tells me, get some asada fries, get some burritos and with
Yeah.
arroz and frijoles and extra crema and all, all these food. And she goes, are you gonna get some? I goes, no, I'm cool. I don't want nothing because I'm trying to cut down,
Yeah.
So I go and I'm ordering all this stuff like burritos, asada fries, extra crema, and everything like that, right? And as I paid for it, and as soon as I turned around, the doctor was right behind
No.
me. I
No.
was like, oh my dude.
He's all
And he looks at me. He looks at me like, and I'm looking at him like, what the hell? And he was just like,
Dang.
You're like, this
he
is for
looked at me and he kind of shook his head, right? And then he says, let me get a burrito with extra crema. And okay, I was like, dude, like,
Yeah.
I was like,
That's funny.
it was just,
good one.
I
Hey,
just
see-
thought to
see
bring that
what
up and
Jenny
bring it up on
is-
a lighter note.
I'm
Right?
sorry, Fred, but you see what Jenny said right there about? Can you put that back? Antibiotics. Yeah, we have become resistant to antibiotics for everything.
Yeah.
During that time of COVID, they gave me antibiotics, steroids, this. I didn't use nothing, right? But what is that? Oregano. Actually, Crust sent me a thing just recently, the other day. Oregano is a good antibiotic as well, so if you consume that on a daily basis,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's a natural thing. It's not, because your body can become immune to antibiotics and then that won't work. So it could be, it also could be dangerous,
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
The overuse of antibiotics is what has.
I try to do things holistically and naturally, or let my body do some of the stuff,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what I do, man, because I'm not one to really take meds that much. I do
Yeah.
take meds that I don't want to, but they did help out. But do I like taking all these other hard meds? No, I don't. I'd rather just let my body do it, and it's not easy
Yeah.
sometimes, but
No, yeah,
I keep pushing.
definitely.
Yeah.
Wow, man. No, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely home remedies we can all look into.
Oh,
And
yeah.
So,
Big time.
I have a question though. Do you use it like you boil it as a tea, or what do you mean? How do you
You know
use
what? I
it?
put it in soups when I have soups, or believe it or not, I make this thing like for breakfast, right? I make these eggs, and then I put Black Forest ham, and then I put oregano on top, some pepper, and I throw cheese on top. So then I flip it over, burn the cheese to make it crispy, and then I put it on an English muffin. But but then I also consume it in a tea. It could be in a tea, or it could be in like soups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carson
Like in
just
Manila,
smells
right? I mean, usually like in Manila, usually that's like,
Yeah, and so I try to do it that way, man. Yeah,
sounds good, actually.
because when I look at the things that says side effects, all these side effects that they give you, I'm saying, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. I don't want to feel that way,
You guys ever see those commercials where they said about taking a med, and it said if you have internal bleeding in your stool, or you're urinating blood, or it causes liver failure or heart attack and stuff. I was like, dude,
And it goes
why
on and
would they
on,
even
bro.
take this?
Yeah,
It's like, dude, it's-
I said, no, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
I'm good.
yeah, no, yeah,
For
Okay.
real.
definitely, man, definitely.
That's crazy, right? Let me see. Okay, so let's jump into this next one before we run short on time. You guys,
Okay.
I mean, those of you that had watched the fight, hopefully some of you had the Ryan Garcia ordeal.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch the fight itself, but I saw a lot of the sort of, I don't know, promo and different stuff leading up to it, and then the aftermath. Did anyone here watch the actual fight?
Yeah.
I did.
I did.
Go ahead.
Let's hear it. Fred, go ahead, and then we'll go
Oh,
around.
what? Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, he stumbled. Was it Haney? It was his name.
Yeah, Haney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got him right away in the first round.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He didn't knock him down, but he just kind of whoa.
Mhm.
But I believe the second round was all Haney, and then it just went from there. But then it just. I mean, I could give you bits and pieces. We want me to give you my whole overall on the whole thing.
Well, let's see. Let's come back to the whole overall thing. House,
Okay.
did you see it?
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
Just touch on it. Okay. And Denny, did you see it?
No, I didn't watch it. I just heard how much you made. I'm just
Okay. Yeah, we're going to touch on that one next. But okay, for the two gentlemen that actually saw it,
Mhm.
I know there was a whole bunch of media stuff leading up to it. A lot of people were upset with Ryan because they were like, "Oh, this Vato's off his rocker. He's saying all kinds of crazy stuff. He's unhinged. He's, I mean, were you guys shocked that he won? Or, I mean, he was saying some pretty wild stuff, and people weren't really betting on him because of his behavior.
You know, I was shocked because from his last performance with Tank and stuff, but to see his thing, from what I've been hearing and I seen speaking from his own mouth, he planned all this craziness, this mentalness, this thing that everybody's saying that he's doing the C stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he's doing all these antics and all this stuff to make everybody think that he's really doing it. That's what he's saying, right? But as I'm watching older videos of him, interviews and new videos, I see a difference in his mentality. Something's going on. Like, I know he's going through a lot of depression, divorce, he was saying, and all this stuff, right? That's what he was saying on the thing. But I look at him now, and he does good things. Don't get me wrong. All these things I've been seeing, he's doing good things for people, different people. But in reality, I didn't think he was fighting up to par because he was shoulder rolling and kind of like turning his back to him.
Yeah.
But one thing he does have in his arsenal is his left hook, okay? Yeah. And that's his only arsenal, it seems like, to me, you know? Yeah. And other than fighting defensively, you know? So that time I think he hit him, I can't remember what round, but he doubled up on his left hook and then he caught him and it knocked him down. And then another time. But I look at it like he was more to the entertainment of a fighter. You know what I mean? He was kind of showboating. He tried to do that Sugar Ray Leonard and going like this, you know, whatever. But a lot of boxers did that anyhow. But I didn't think he was going to do it. I didn't think he had it in him because I was watching as he was approaching the ring. He was sweating profusively, not like Haney was. Haney was just all calm but he was just like, he looked actually, I don't know if you guys noticed, but he looked kind of pale and not really all there. That's what I see, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I could go on, but go ahead, Fred. Yeah.
No, I think after, you know, with everything he was saying, stuff like that, it was really, really off. I'll be honest, I didn't really follow him too much early on with the whole, you know, promotion thing.
Yeah.
But watching the interviews after, I believe that he was saying that he was still drinking even though he was training.
He was,
and that he was he basically, some of the stuff was true that he was talking about. But I mean, my take on it, honestly, I looked at it as he said he was going out to the nightclubs and drinking and then still going train and do other stuff. I mean, my honest perspective, and I mean, you know, some people might get upset over that. I'm not in any way defending him or condoning anything he did, but I just look at him as a young guy, man, that can still do all that and is fortunate to be able to do all that and still go to work in a sense. You know, as we get older, I mean, I seldom drink, but if I do, it's like, don't even look at me, just leave me alone. You know, I don't want to get up or nothing, you know. But back in the day, you know, you could be up all night and go to work and it's like, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I see my son do that too sometimes. Not that he's drinking, but he's up all late. Gets up, goes to work, and I'm like, dude, you're not tired? He goes, no, it's just like whatever. And I'm like, dude, I'm looking at him in amazement the way my dad looked at me, you know. But the way I see it is, I also think the whole promotion thing, the whole how he was talking about how he was going crazy. What I think, I play devil's advocate with this. I believe that he used the biggest tool we have is the internet. And it wasn't really meant for the world. The world just happens to be up on it.
Right.
And the thing was more, I think it was more for Haney. It was a strategy, a mental strategy for him
Mm-hmm.
to kind of put his guard down a little bit, or maybe not put his guard down, but kind of like make him feel like, yeah, well, I guess yeah, it would be put his guard down, like, oh man, he's crazy, I'll just knock him out, or whatever. And it worked. It backfired.
Yeah.
I believe that's kind of what it was. I mean, because if you look at things like Muhammad Ali,
Mhm.
big old trash talker. A lot of like it almost became like a where WWE and
Yeah.
all that
That.
stuff. It's what it is, and it's technically is what he was doing. I believe the world takes offense to it, but it wasn't really meant for the world. It was meant towards his opponent. He even said the beer that he drank on the scale was actually
Apple
was that
juice.
the apple juice, yeah.
Cider. Yeah, apple cider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just I mean, was it? I don't know. That's what he said.
Yeah. So all great, great input and looks at things from all different angles. Let me play this short video. This is just a whole different angle of part of the fight. Something that hopefully it downloaded or uploaded. And then let's get everybody's input afterwards, because there was a whole lot of, like you guys said, production behind the scenes, amping this up, and who knows what was real, fake, whatever. But let's see this.
And Garcia bet on himself, literally winning $12 million from a $2 million bet he placed to defeat Devin Haney. But Garcia actually lost money before the fight even started. He had a side bet with Devin Haney of $500,000 for every pound either of them were over the 140-pound contract weight. And as I'm sure you've heard, Ryan Garcia came in 3 pounds over, and Haney confirmed Ryan paid up on the $1.5 million he owed. Now fast forward to Saturday night. Ryan Garcia was a heavy underdog from anywhere between plus 450 and plus 600, but that didn't stop him as he upset Devin Haney and claims to have made about 50 million, probably more, in one night. But that begs the question, should boxers be able to bet on themselves to win?
Can you imagine that's what he made in one night? Wow. So did he pump this up and act a fool and do all this to draw in attention? And I mean, that's what the internet does, right?
Yeah.
That's what people.
I think he did it because he knew. I think he did it because he knew he was going to bet on himself, and the odds were against him. He was the underdog.
Yeah, he was the underdog.
But I wanted to touch this, Fred. What did you think about the referee when Haney got knocked down and he was doing the 8 count? How many seconds was that, bro?
It was like, I want to say 20. He took a while to start counting.
A while, huh?
Yeah, he took a while to start counting. It was just like, see, and that's where it gets wrong, man. I think it gets wrong because they said he still adjusted his pants, and he still, by the time he actually got down to him and started counting, I mean, he got to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the 3 times they counted him knocked down, right?
Yeah, no, this was just one time.
Yeah.
So I saw an interview where Ryan was being interviewed. I what's the name? It's like P and something. It's a huge platform on YouTube.
BBC and in Florida.
Patrick,
I watched that
really
one.
That guy's podcast. Yeah. And he was saying that really it was like 6 times he knocked him down, but they only counted 3 of it.
Yeah. Go ahead. I was going to.
He was really saying on that platform, he was telling Patrick, the host of that show, I did all this on purpose. Basically, I was trolling to draw this attention in, to catch the viewers, to get everyone's attention. So then the Patrick guy, I'll put the name of that podcast in the description as well. The Patrick guy was like, so everything that you talked about was trolling? And he's like, no. And like I said, I'm not going to go, I didn't say yet, but I won't go too deep on the stuff that Ryan said he saw. But he mentioned some kid stuff that was shown to him by some elite group. And he said, no, like that part was real, what I saw.
Yeah.
But all the trolling I did other than that was just trolling. And it paid off because he got this, what did it say, $50 million?
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Dandruff podcast. You guys go subscribe if you're not already. He was on the show last week. Funny guy. Go check him out. Good to see you.
he even mentioned too that he knew who killed Tupac and stuff like that, which that case has already been solved. You know, it's like, dude, like
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
just randomly going off into
I was
whatever.
like, what? What is he saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Is he the same
yeah,
guy that said he got kidnapped and they did
Yes.
all these weird?
That guy.
yeah,
That's
that's
Oh
stuff.
my
I'm like,
God.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
man, it's just
that
like,
was crazy in
Hey,
itself.
one thing I want to give him props for is the 20 million he sends to
oh
overseas to
Oh,
help
really?
children
yeah,
because of that.
Okay. That's news to me. Okay.
That's a
And
good one.
he was talking about the Palestinians and the Israel. He says
yeah,
he'll send them to both sides because it's not for just because they're Palestinians or what. It's because of the children themselves.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
give him props for that, man. Because
yeah,
you know what,
Shout
we
out
have to
to
bring
that.
attention to those kids, man.
yeah.
Yes.
All those
No,
kids.
definite.
You know, it's not their fault. You know.
Mhm. Yeah.
And you know
Shout out.
what, House? I have a question for House though, since you saw the fight. Um, what did I mean? I have my opinion of what I thought. There was two times that Haney was knocked down, and they didn't. And the ref, I remember the first one, the ref was doing this, and I thought the fight was over.
Oh, shit.
And he was saying it wasn't counted as a knockdown.
As a knockdown, yeah.
Yeah, what was your take on that, bro? Like, I have my opinion. I'll tell you mine right now, but go for it.
From
Like,
what I seen, I thought it was basically it wasn't a knockdown. Not he gave up or
okay,
nothing. He quit. It was
okay,
just it wasn't a knockdown. Maybe it was a slip or push because there was a little wrestling going on, a little leaning on the bodies and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
But yeah, but seeing that right there, I look at it like this. Did I think Ryan Garcia is the best fighter? No, because
yeah,
he really
yeah,
didn't have nothing in his arsenal. But he did put it down and knock that guy out because that guy
yeah,
he had the fundamentals of boxing.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
really look at his style, Haney and Ryan Garcia, he's a boxer, but he doesn't apply it. He's always relying on his left hook.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
and then he was trying to use his shoulder roll on this fight, but at the very beginning, round one. He did
yeah,
come out and he was throwing a little bit of combination, a little here and there, get hidden
yeah,
and them. But through the fight, he should have kept on still doing it.
yeah, yeah.
And
I
but
believe that.
instead, he was basically just relying on that left hook, bro. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and yeah, his left hook is a killer. He must got power behind it, but I don't know. I feel like I like to see if you're gonna pay for the fight. I didn't pay for it. I watch it on Stream East and just stream it like that.
yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But
Right.
anyways,
Yeah.
and basically, I look at it like people are paying money and get out there and give them a good fight, and not just a show for entertainment, but a good fight.
Yeah, no,
One
yeah,
fighter I
definitely.
seen recently
What's
box
that?
is Pitbull SIS, and
Okay.
he won, and I consider him up and coming, man, because he's been boxing pretty good, man. He takes it to you. He takes it to you slowly. He doesn't run after you, but he's always in your face, and he comes in, and
Yeah.
that guy can take a punch, and he could throw some good combinations, and he'll work the body and then come up on top, and
Yeah.
he to me he's a good boxer, man, and
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
see a rematch of him and Tank,
Yeah. Well, he said in 2 years or something, right? A year and a
I
half,
can't
2 years.
remember, but I want to see a boxing match between those two.
I what I thought about the whole knockdown thing, I think one of them was a slip or something that happened,
Mhm.
but I think there was another time where he just hung on to Ryan's leg, and I think I believe it wasn't. I would need to see it again, but from watching it live, I believe it was a knockdown, but he hung on to the leg to try to like come back. Because there was a couple of times
I seen that.
where Haney kind of he got hit and then he would hug right away. He kept doing that,
Yeah.
and you could see it in his face. He was just trying to recover because he was about to go out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I remember I was watching it with my son and my nephew and stuff, and we were like, I was like, yeah. And then my son wasn't even going for Ryan, and that goes back to the whole promotion thing because people wanted to see him lose. They thought he was crazy. He goes, "You're going for the wrong dude." I go, "No, bro." I go, "Dude, this guy's not crazy. He's doing that on purpose.
Yeah. He's
I could see it.
Yeah.
I go, he's going to go down right now again." And I think it was the 5th round or something, and he went down. And I go, I told you, bro, I told you. And then they were like, wow. And then my son started yelling that it was rigged or whatnot, saying all this stuff. But yeah, I think a lot of it had to do also too with him trying to hang on. He kept
Yeah.
hugging a lot. He kept hugging a lot because he didn't want to fall down or something because I think he would have went down.
You know what, Fred?
Uh,
I'm not maybe allegedly, or how would I say this? But I think the referee had money on it as well. Now,
yeah,
because did you see when what was that thing I was going to bring up right now? He took a point away from what's his
oh
name
yeah,
for punching him
yeah,
after.
from
Now,
Garcia.
shouldn't he be issued a warning first of
Yes,
all? Yeah.
yes.
And
Yeah, he should have
immediately
won
he
them for,
says, "We took a point away from him right there."
From
I'm like,
yeah,
who?
"What?"
Who got the point
But
yeah,
taken?
they took a point away from Ryan for
yeah,
punching
yeah,
after on the breakup when they're breaking him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like
yeah,
look at right here too, Dr. Jandreff brought this up. I saw this in the interview as well. Ryan was saying, House, I'm sure you heard it too. In that same interview, he
yeah,
was saying he
yeah,
broke the Haney's jaw.
yeah, he did.
And he's like, he may not
He
have
did.
confirmed it yet, but look at the picture. One side was all
Yeah.
wonky,
Yeah,
who knows?
yeah,
I heard that. I haven't confirmed it or anything, but I heard that happened, but
yeah,
yeah, he has a mean left hook, but
yeah,
uh I don't know. When I watch a boxing fight, I like to see people really mix it up, not
yeah.
just be on the defensive, and because I seen Ryan Garcia kind of like trying to push him down as well. When he had him by the legs,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Garcia kind of like trying to push him to get him on the ground.
definitely.
Now, do you
Yeah.
guys think that it's like rigged, like some of it is rigged, or do you guys think it's all good? Like because I don't like boxing really. I'll watch like I missed that on Saturday, but
Mhm.
it just irks me in some type of way because I feel like it's rigged sometimes. Like,
Tell
you
me.
know,
Yeah,
You never know
like Tyson
because
fight
maybe
could go
because
two
a
rounds. And it's like,
rematch,
I don't know
okay,
how much.
a rematch between the two.
yeah,
But in this case, okay, just like that one video we watched, and the question was, do you think that fighters should be able to bet on themselves?
I think
That
Wow.
part.
it could.
But
no,
look, you got a referee. Who's to say that the referee ain't betting
Right.
on the fight, and
That
calling the fight?
would be
I never
wrong.
even heard of that. I never even thought of that.
You
But
see?
I mean,
yeah,
And,
yeah.
and
That
that's
could be
something that,
illegal.
I
yeah,
think
it
that
is illegal, but
is it?
but I
Okay,
mean,
that
for a
doesn't sound
boxer to
right.
bet on themselves, but I don't know. That's kind of funny, It's weird.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like that gray area, right? Because
Yeah.
everybody so boxers or rappers or whatever, everyone says
yeah.
bet on yourself. You better bet on yourself. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah, but
you're
it's,
gonna look a fool. You're gonna
Yeah.
but it can get kind of sketch when $50 million comes into play. Like, I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
And I also think too, in the whole overall thing, it's not just, I understand that's their job. Say, for example, a referee or a boxer or something, but I dare say, and I know because I know a few, that gambling is an addiction. I thank God I don't have the addiction, but there are people that can't help it.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
they probably like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna bet on it. I mean,
I know people who have gone. I won't say no names because how do they say there? But before God go I. Like, hey, we all have our own issues. I know people
Yeah.
who have come out of addiction of alcohol or drugs and become severe gamblers. So it
Yeah.
is classified as an addiction.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree.
I've witnessed it too without saying names. I've witnessed it too with some people that were like, I was like,
Yeah.
wow, dude, like what the heck? Like,
Yeah.
they really feel they can double it up kind of deal. It's just
And sometimes they do until they don't. My
yeah.
great
Well, yeah, it
grandfather
continues,
was a gambler, and it brought a lot of destruction on the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Hey, I have a question for Fred.
Yes, sir.
Fred, I don't know that guy Buzz. I know Cholo Trucker. I seen him fight in that one fight,
Yeah.
and I see him doing his workouts and stuff like that. What's your I seen one video on Buzz swinging and how he's swinging, how he's throwing his punches and all. How do you think? How can Cholo take this fight? What's your?
You know what, bro? I mean, I'll tell you one thing. Just because and it's gonna sound biased, but then I mean, just by pretty much knowing Cholo. You know what I mean? Getting to know him, over the years a little bit, and so on and so forth. But then I look at his training videos. The guy, he's a beast, dude. Cholo Trucker's a beast when it comes to the training. I look at that and that makes me feel worse than the freaking doctor that said I had diabetes. Like, seriously, it's like, dude, like,
He said he's not doing a lot of training for this fight.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Excuse me? Or whatever?
He said he wasn't doing a lot of training for this fight, but he's gonna.
I mean, the ones I saw they were pretty intense. I mean, well, for me anyways, that's not saying much, I guess, but
like,
I mean,
your ass.
but yeah, but also too, guys, like the way I've seen Cholo too, though, the guy, he'll go on a bike ride, he'll go on runs. Like the time he'd come out here, like he told me, like the last time he was out here before, he told me, I got up in the morning and it was 5 o'clock in the morning. I ran down to the Salinas Arch and I was like, what the heck, bro? Like, what the heck were you doing at 5? Dude, at 5 in the morning, I wasn't even awake, dude. Like, and he's just that kind of guy, dude. He swam, in the Bay Area. Yep. The guy he goes on those 5K mile runs. Him and his wife, bro. You know what I mean? So the guy's an athlete.
True.
And I think that he with all that stuff that he does, bro. That because in high school I was in wrestling and I know about the conditioning, obviously. So I think that's the very important part of overall. That's the very important part. Other than skill, is having the conditioning and the stamina to be out there, bro. Because
I mean, he's got the stamina. He's got the stamina stuff, and I see how he runs and does this and that. But when it comes to fighting, like, he's really got the punches that I seen that other guy Buzz throw when he was kind of like doing a little video of his. I think Cholo Trucker's best way is to go in hard on him and go right up on his chest, to eliminate because he looked like he had a long reach, and he was able to throw some punches and some hooks and stuff, So you could be caught by that if you're at a certain distance. But if you come inside and start working the body, just like Mike Tyson does, or to get inside, because it eliminates some of the power that they have behind those punches, and really just give it to him, Cholo. Give it to him.
Definitely. I see that too, bro. I see that. And you know what? Like, I saw him in the last fight too, though. You know what I mean? With Gunner or whatnot, obviously Gunner was a bigger guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think Cholo, he has skill, bro. He has skills in boxing. Like I said, it's a lot of it too, though. That goes a long way. I think the misconception with a lot of people too, though, is even because I've known people that join like MMA and stuff like that, try to get in, and you can have an outstanding record on the street. But when it comes to boxing or when it comes to MMA, it's a complete different animal, bro. It's not, and that's where it's a little bit different, And I think people misunderstand that and think, I could be good at this, and then they step in the ring and it's like a complete different thing,
Not only that, he was fit. Like he had ribs, he had broken ribs with the Gunner fight.
Did that. So I mean, I think we're all kind of on the same page as far as like he's fit, he's healthy, he stays active, and that can go a long ways. So I mean, there's only one way to know how this is going to end up, and that's to get your ticket and
get your fight. Yeah, no, get it, man, get it right now, because it's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. And then you know what I like about that too.
Yeah.
Right. No, and the thing is that I haven't met either one of them. I mean, I met Cholo, but I haven't met Buzz, But as what they said is, they're like the same size and the same like weight thing. So it's a match. You know what I mean? It's a perfect match. For the fight.
Interesting because it's more compatible.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, I'm excited for it. Yeah.
No, yeah. I'm pumped up for that, man. I want to,
Yeah.
What I
I
was
wish I could have watched it, but I'm gonna be at a wedding that day, so I can't be able. I won't be able to watch
sure
it.
it'll probably be up for a week, bro. It'll probably be up for a whole week. Mikey will probably have it up for the whole
Yeah.
week and stuff. And,
Jojo AZ says Buzz is young and wants to prove himself. That alone gives him an edge. Yeah, I don't know his age.
yeah,
I was
hey,
wondering that myself. But
Well,
Yeah.
he's a few younger than Cholo Trucker, right? What, about 4 or 5,
I'm
something like.
not sure. I'm not
something like that,
familiar
yeah.
with him, but maybe someone can drop it in the chat here if they know. Jojo, do you know Buzz's age? Yeah, he does seem like he wants it. He seems,
Yeah.
yeah.
And shout out to him as well. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yes.
There's no animosity
To be
towards
in
it.
Like-
It's just no.
Show up and get in there. Shout out to anyone who does that. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, what do you
I
mean?
agree. They have heart. They have heart. They're getting in the ring and
that says
they're
a
laying
lot.
it on
Yeah.
in the ring.
No, yeah. I mean, come on. The guy. He's going to show up and he's going to do a thing regardless.
Yeah.
Of whatever may happen. I mean, you gotta. It's much respect to both of them. I'll tell you this much: I couldn't get in there and start. You know what I mean? I'd probably be like Butterbean or something. But. But you know what? How about? Oh no, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was going to go into something else.
Jojo said he thinks he's like 36, 37. So I mean, maybe they're a few years apart, something like that. Not much.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. They're more or less around that age.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be different this time, like they were saying. There's no headgear and they're lighter gloves, so not as big, so which is a good thing, I wish I could have watched it, but I can't. But you know what? Cholo Trucker, man, do it, brother, do it.
No, yeah.
Do it. Lay it on him, brother. Lay it on him. Walk through, brother.
So I think there's 7.
If he doesn't, I'm gonna unsubscribe, bro, and block him.
Not say that, Julio. Thank you. Oh my God. God bless you, Julio. Thank you so much. You guys check it out.
Oh, what?
Cool.
Nice. God bless you.
Cholo Trucker, you better scalp him and bring it back, Cholo.
Following him up. Look at.
Thank you, Pearl. Yes.
His family is Team Cholo all the way.
Hey.
Yeah. God bless you guys. Thank you so
gosh.
much.
Yeah.
God bless you, Julio. May it come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes a long way. Thank you so much, you guys.
Yeah.
Very, very much.
You know what? And I think it's a beautiful thing though too, man. The sportsmanship of that. Nobody. From what I've seen already, nobody's looking at it as like, oh, well, they're from over here and he's from over there, or vice versa.
It's not like that.
It's a straight sportsmanship, and that's a beautiful thing. I think that's what also we've been missing too. And a lot of people miss. A lot of people go for the certain team because of the color of the team. It's like, to me, it's like sportsmanship. Obviously, Cholo's a good friend of mine. You know what I mean? So obviously, I'm gonna go for him, but I think a lot of times too, like I've had people say, "Oh, well, you know what? You got to go for your own race in a fight." Well, I'll put it to you this way: if Mike Tyson was fighting somebody, Hispanic descent, Latino, I don't want to offend anybody, Chicano, whatever you want to call it, in his prime, I would have went for Mike Tyson, bro. I'm sorry. It's a sportsmanship thing. It's not a race thing,
He was a
It's
beast.
a fact,
I
it's just,
Did you guys see when Mike Tyson went into Ryan's dressing room?
Yeah.
What happened? Because I missed that.
It just
okay. He went in there.
He had the violins. He had the violins playing. He had the whole.
I tripped out on that.
Even that, Ryan said that was part of his, like, how do they, like a mad scientist type.
Yeah. When do you ever see that?
Yeah.
You never see that.
Yeah. Hey, that's like a mental warfare. Like, who's just body
Like,
yeah.
It's a trip. But going into the I'll just touch again on the Ryan Garcia thing. What I didn't like was in the 12th round, in the last like 10 seconds or whatnot, he was playing with them. He was just like, sticking out his tongue, running around. It's like, dude, you can still get knocked out. Dude. Like, don't let your guard down. Don't, you know. Overall, for me, I'm sorry, I'm going back into the Ryan Garcia thing, but I mean, I know House will probably agree with that. Agree with me on that.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that Ryan could have finished him off, but he chose not to. He wanted to showboat, and to me, I mean, you know, because he wanted to give a performance. But if you have the ability to knock him out, dude. Like that's what it is, because they can come back. You know, I've seen it. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
They can come back. And you don't want to play with. You don't want to play with that. You know, at all.
I do agree with you, Fred. And when I seen that, okay, if you were looking at the scorecards and everything, it was a close fight. Okay.
Yes, it was.
And when I was seeing the scorecards, and I said, "Wow, it's still a close fight." I says, "I wouldn't be running around like that because you really don't know if you're going to win or not." Yes, you did knock him out, but you had a point deducted as well. You know, but. I looked and I says, man, he should have just kept on doing it, but he was showboating, and that was part of his little thing, you know, and he was trying to do that Sugar Ray Leonard thing, you know, pop, whatever. You know. But you know, if you know, if people are going to pay for it, give them a good fight.
Give them a show,
Give them a good fight.
How many rounds did it last?
12 rounds.
Oh wow!
12.
Damn!
Wow, they went the full. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went to full 12.
Yeah, hey, but before, did you see that? Did you see the before what he was saying about him? I'm gonna kill him.
Oh yeah.
I don't care if I kill him or if I die or whatever. I'm gonna kill him. He was talking that way about him. Excuse my bringing that word up, but that's what he was saying.
Yeah,
that's
what he said.
Yeah. Ryan was saying that.
Wow.
And he says the way he is right now, I'm gonna just K him. You know.
Yeah.
And literally, like he's gonna leave his body there if he goes down or whatever, and that's how it's gonna go down. Yeah. But he didn't. He kind of like at some point in time he was just playing the defensive fight because he was just rolling his shoulder, even turning his back at some point. Was he not?
He kept hitting him with the kidney shots, right? In the like in the side shots and. I just found that to be like that was kind of odd to see though too. Like what the heck, like it was weird. It was weird.
And you would think some of those things were illegal, like taunting it. You know, like he was taunting him, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think so too. I mean, even if it's the last 10 seconds though, Denise, I think you shouldn't do that. You got to take it serious unless you're like with Romero Paez. Remember that?
You know, he's always doing that.
Yeah, he was always doing that. But that was his stick, I guess, if you will. You know.
There you go.
That was his signature right there.
That is like poor sportsmanship, or you know what I mean. But that's like goes along with what he was doing this whole lead up to the fight. Just
exactly. You take care of that outside the ring. When you're in the ring, you handle your business. You know. You know.
Crazy stuff. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing,
hey, so Jen, will you be attending this fight as well or no?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
All right.
I'll be there as well.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Oh, you too, Fred. Enjoy, brother.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Most definitely will be there. And that'll be exciting to see. So much
maybe on the next one, Jen. Maybe on the next one you could bring both, if he's available, Cholo Trucker and Fred on, so we could get a little bit of insight on the fight.
We'll get the cheese man on the next one. Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
I'll do it. I'll put it in the works already.
Right on. Good idea.
That's right.
Oh yeah. No, definitely, man. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Anybody get the numbers, sis? Are we closing out?
You know what? I got all the numbers, so what I'm gonna do is watch this back, look at the numbers, and then on the community section, I'm going to announce who the winner was. So you guys check the community section for the winner. There is a winner. I'm going to watch this back and make for sure that I got everything correct. So just in case there was two people that picked the same one, I want to make sure the first person that chose it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So somebody is winning either a gift card, or if you choose to do Cash App or Venmo tonight, whoever chose the correct number, check the community section. and I will announce that winner. So just give me a little time to go back and look. You won't make it to the fight this time at Jet Day. Oh, next time. I'm sure there's many more to come.
Yeah,
well, definitely. Yeah. So what do we got going on this next week? Anybody have anything exciting going down?
Other than tomorrow, got that Morning Glory going on tomorrow, 7:30
yes,
in the
Morning Glory.
Yes, I'll be doing that, and then other than, not really but getting ready for the wedding on Saturday.
Yeah. Ooh, Wingstop.
Hey, congratulations on that, bro. Like seriously.
Hey, thank you, Fred. For my daughter. I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, no, definite, bro.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Yes, that'll be exciting for sure. Fred, you have a video coming, right?
Yes. I have a video coming on Friday where I talk about the money and the power, about the dark side of the industry. Mm-hmm. I'll just say it real quick. There's everybody looks at Diddy, but I believe there's excuse me, there's other people involved that we haven't even started to look at. Mm-hmm. And because I know the story, I'm bringing it up. I'm, I apologize in advance, and I may be wrong in the situation, and trying to throw, or not trying, but kind of throwing somebody out there. But that's the reality of stuff. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's the reality of stuff. And regardless of the case, I mean, this individual that I'm going to bring up was not cool, and I never met the guy. So, but I'm just saying it wasn't cool. So yeah, I'm going to bring it out, and, just in case it does happen, you heard it first from my channel.
Yeah, right there, you heard it first. I will be checking that out, and I suggest you too. So, Fred's got a lot of insight.
And shout out to Chicano too, man, Mikey and his wife. Yes. You know what I mean? Shout out to them for putting on this fight coming up, and we appreciate it, love and respect all these, man.
Let's just admit it. Anyone out there putting on, you know what I mean, something like that, shout out, because I know I couldn't do it.
So, exactly, man. Yeah, man. So no, definite.
Okay, well, you guys.
Shout out to everybody that I hit up and they're watching. So shout out to everybody. Yeah,
that's right.
So, I see you oogling there, ogling Spanks.
Ogling.
Hey, I see you ogling, homie.
For real, right? So you guys, right there's the link. Jojo, shout out to you. Dropping the direct.
Hey, gracias, Jojo. Gracias, man. Mañana tomorrow morning.
Yes, the word in the morning. I will tap in. I'm getting my little one ready for school. Definitely have a good word for the morning to, start the week off. And I've got an interview. I got to put it out this week. It was more of a sit down conversation. And then on Saturday, I always hate to speak about it before I do it, but I feel like this is definitely going to happen because she and I have had some direct contact back and forth. So OG Green Eyes on Instagram, she's dropped a couple of posts. She and I are going to have a sit-down conversation and talk about some interesting stuff about how she grew up and came up and some of the adversities she's faced. So,
is OG Green Eyes from out here?
Yeah. Somewhere? Yeah, I don't know exactly
what. Name sounds familiar.
Yeah, she's got a pretty large following on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, I think I see. Yeah.
So, and shout out to her because you know what? She has on her own made several posts, just saying, we have this interview coming up, and shout out and follow the channel. So I really appreciate that because not everybody does that. And it's not like I have the big money to pay someone to come interview. So she's doing that out of the goodness and kindness of her own heart. So I just want to put that out there that I appreciate that.
That's right. That's dope. Hey, we're all people, man. No matter what our financial status is, man, we're all people.
Right. So much love for that. I'm looking forward to it and looking forward to everybody being able to see that conversation as well. Yeah. So
can't wait.
Yeah. Anyone else got anything else before we close out?
Oh, I got a hold of the guy that never called me, the contractor that's supposed to do my bathroom.
What's he gonna do? Is he gonna fix it?
Finally, I got a hold of him after he didn't show up, didn't call, no nothing. And I'm like, dude, what happened to you? He finally answered and he said, oh, I had to go to New Jersey, New York. I guess his wife lives up there. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's an emergency. And Like, but you couldn't pick up your phone. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll be here on Thursday, which I'm just like optimistic because of what he did. You know, never showed up, never called, never answered. So that kind of put me in this funk, and I'm just like, my husband's like, oh, he'll be here. You know, he's coming in. You know, he's so like for sure, and I'm like, dude.
Handle your man.
Relationship, you know?
Right. So definitely, prayers he shows up and gets it together for you.
I hope so.
That, Denise, that's part of being a guy, though, a man in a relationship. You know, don't worry about it. He'll show up, and in the back of our mind, like, this dude better show up.
Right?
I wondered about that because I'm so sure.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a guy thing, you know. It's a guy thing.
Is that true, Denise?
For real.
Hey, that would be.
He doesn't want a toilet in the shower,
right? That's crazy.
Because he's not going to show up, and then becomes an argument, and it hasn't even happened yet, right? This is like, well. Hey, but best of luck to you on that too, though, Denise. You know, hopefully it all works out. You know.
You guys, same time. Same day next week, Tuesday, 6:30, right here. You guys have anything you want us to cover? Any stories, any topics? You know, drop in the comment section or reach out to one of us. And, you know, we'll definitely do that. We got you covered. Much love to everybody who showed love tonight. Much love for the
Thank you. God bless you guys. Have a blessed week, man. Yeah, definitely have a blessed week.
Jojo, Jenny.
Thank you for joining us, Fred. Thank you for coming in, Fred.
Thank you for
seeing you, brother.
Hey, Jojo, tell me how that did.
Yes, the City 18. Everyone, Julio.
Chef, God bless you. Jojo AZ. Thanks.
That's right. Brenda Love.
All the other people like Nayla, Brenda, everybody. Big D.
Shout out to all the moms. You guys definitely don't miss out on the morning glory word in the morning. And until next time, we will see you right here, same place, same time.
God bless you guys.
Bye, guys.
God bless you.
Cool.